Hello, my name is Jasmine Griffin. I am a second year graduate student at D. Southern University, A&M College, and I am pursuing my master's degree in speech language pathology. Today I will be going over 6 exercises that you will use with a person that has Parkinson's disease, and it's called Speak Out Loud exercise. So with this, you're just making sure that you always encouraging them to speak with intent, project their voice when speaking, try not to speak low like this. Make sure they have eye contact with you. It increases their confidence. You can see a totally difference before they started doing therapy and using the speak out loud exercises until after they started doing it. So it's very important that you always encourage them in everything that they say to speak with intent, speak with purpose, project your voice, make sure that you're speaking loud. It's going to sound abnormal to them because it's going to sound like they're screaming, or they're going to feel like uncomfortable because they're not going to be used to really speaking that loud and speaking this. So it's going to, in the beginning, make them feel like they're straining their voice. They might cough a little. So that's why you always want to encourage them to have a water bottle with them, or in between take sips of water to make sure they don't strain their voice and it doesn't cause them to cough, or really just put any strenuous tension on their vocal cords that could cause them to have a sore throat after. So the first one that you're going to do the first exercise. Exercise 1 is may, me, my, mo, and moo. So before, you also have to make sure that you're sitting up, and you want them to say everything very consistent. Their tone have to be consistent throughout. So if they start with intent, you want them to end it with intent. So for example, you want them to say may, me, my, mo, moo. And then you usually get them to repeat it like 2 to 3 times, like I said. But in the beginning, it's going to be abnormal. They're going to feel uncomfortable with doing it, or you might have to give them a break in between the 3 times they're doing it, because you still have 5 other more exercises to do with them that they're going to be speaking in a not normal tone that's normal for them. And the second one that you're going to be doing with them is sustaining the phonation. So basically, you want them to hold the phonation for 10 seconds. In the beginning, they're not going to be able to hold the phonation for 10 seconds. So you don't really focus on the time of it. Y'all can always build up to 10 seconds, but you just want them to get a consistent pattern of them speaking with intended purpose from the beginning of it to the ending of it. So you're going to tell them to say ah, and if they can, you want their mouth to be round when saying it, and they say ah, ah. And some might not be able to hold it. At the end, you'll probably hear their voice start to crackle, or it'll probably decrease. So you just let them hold it as long as they can, and as long as it's consistent and they speaking with intent and purpose. You're going to have to constantly say speak with intent, speak with purpose. The third one, you're going to work on the pitch range. So this is when you're going to glide. Like at first, you just have to say ah. This one, you're going to start your ah at a low range, and then you're going to increase it at a high range, and then go back up to the low range. So you're going to start low, go high, go back down. So for this one, you're going to tell them ah. Or some people like to but that might be complex for some people, so they probably just do the first one. And after you do that, the fourth one you're going to count with intent. So for this one, you're going to count 1 to 12. And being that that's a far little distance for them to especially be speaking with intent and loud and projecting their voice, every 3 numbers, you want them to take a breath, pause, and then begin it again, because being that they're going to be going from 1 to 12, their voice probably start cracking, or it probably become difficult for them to project their voice for this long of a time. So you want them to take their time doing it, because they have to do this as well 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, stop. 4, 5, 6, stop. 7, 8, 9, stop. 10, 11, 12, stop. main important thing with you speaking with intent and purpose and projecting your voice, you also have to manage your breathing techniques in between. For you to project your voice, you have to be coming from your diaphragm, so your posture have to be good, and you have to make sure they're breathing in between, they're pausing, they're not rushing through it, they're actually taking breaths. You have to hear them breathe in, breathe out, then begin again. The fifth one that you're going to be doing is reading with intent. So you're going to get them to read a short little passage, it'll be probably like a sentence, because you want to work on them doing it from phrases to sentences to them actually like reading probably like a little paragraph, and then getting them speaking with intent in conversation skills. So you're going to say, summer is coming in like a lion, out like a lamb. I'm speaking with intent. So after you do that one, your last one you're going to do is a practice. Exercise 6, you're going to do a cognitive task. So basically, you could ask them, well, what is 3 vacation destinations that you would like to go on? And they will have to tell you Orlando, Florida, Mexico, Galveston, Texas. But whatever they tell you, they have to say it with intent and purpose. But this exercise is to measure their cognitive ability with them, with you asking them a question, if they're able to understand and process the question and give you the correct answer back. And in between each, you have to recommend and encourage them to drink water, even if they might not be thirsty. Like I said, you need to encourage them to drink water, to breathe, to speak with intent, because you have to get this in their routine. That is it. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for participating in my Speak Out Loud 6 exercises. Have a nice day.